All right, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for stopping by and checking out today's video. In the gameplay today, I have a COD World War II gameplay on the sandbox map that was added later post-launch. One of the maps that was desperately needed in this game, and it was definitely a really cool take on an idea. You know, being in a miniature like sandcastle and stuff like that. So it was just a cool map idea and something new and fresh that was added to the game post-launch. And that kind of segues me into the video topic that I'm going to be talking to you about because the gameplay in the background is just for viewing pleasure only. The main reason why I do my videos is for the topic that I discuss. And in today's video, titled Modern Warfare's Post-Launch Disaster. So, Modern Warfare has been a disaster to say the least since its launch. It released with shitty footsteps, very loud footsteps, thick skill-based matchmaking, uh, bad maps. The gunplay's good and the sound engine's good, but it's just not enough to propel it past those negatives. So it just makes the whole experience bad and boring. And honestly, I don't know how anybody plays this game right now at this point in its current state. The developers, like I said in previous videos, um, aren't really quick to change anything. They're happy with what they do, what they have going, and it's just too bad because you gotta suck your pride up and admit your faults and change the game for the better. But that's just neither here nor there. What I wanted to talk about, basically, post launch is very important. It's just as important as the actual launch of the game. You want to keep the players engaged because the game for 12 months, in order to keep it fresh and new, you have to and enjoyable really because playing the same thing over and over again gets old quick. So you have to constantly add in new updates that make the game exciting and change the product in a sense. So basically, this year's Modern Warfare game has had a very lackluster post-launch. There's been very few maps added. Nothing changed when it comes to like the actual gameplay. Only two new guns added. It's been out for 3.5 months now, so only two new guns added. Some shitty maps, and they're all remakes, by the way. They're not even original maps. They're just remade maps that are worse because of the doors and the map changes they decide, and a lot of these other things. Even the presentation, you would think the graphics would look better on these maps. They don't. Just I guess it's based on their take on it and how the scenery they put in these maps. But it's just not as good as the originals in my opinion. All three of them, Vacant, Crash, and Shipment, especially Shipment, have just been terrible remakes, and it's not up to par with what we should expect as Call of Duty fans and the people who pay the price of the game. You know, we'd expect high quality content, regular updates to occur. Just a lot of post launch. If you're going to launch a game with very little content, we expect as consumers for you to make up for that over the life cycle, and they just haven't been able to do that. So basically, what was added before season one? Basically, what they're doing is they're doing seasons. So they're doing season one every few months, season two for a few months, and then so on and so forth. Before season one started, which was I think the start of December, so for the first month and a half of the game's release, they did nothing. They added that shoot house map, which is a decent map, but it's just a small little tiny map, nothing major. And a few like new modes they added in that we already had in previous games, like gun game and capture the flag, stuff like that. So very little, if basically nothing. And then since season one, I already mentioned they remade three maps, fan favorites that they end up destroying and ruining, which is too bad. And they just constantly change the game modes, put them in, bring them out, put them in, bring them out every week to kind of make it like an illusion like they're actually doing anything. But if you have any brain cells, you can see right through their bullshit and how pathetic Infinity Ward is and the little work they've actually done post launch. So that's very sad, and it makes the game, for me personally, that's why you're seeing these COD World War II videos. I'm not interested at all, guys. I don't know about you. Let me know how you're getting through Modern Warfare, because I don't know how you're doing it. It's just a struggle out here. It's out of control. Like, this is honestly, coming from Black Ops 4, I was a harsh critic on Black Ops 4. I thought it wasn't a good game. It seemed like it was rushed, even though they had 3 years to do it, and it just it wasn't a complete game to me just from the get go. But this game, Modern Warfare 2019, makes that look good. And I feel like this is a cycle, kind of. We say this every year within the current game, but for this year especially, like I know for a fact because I was pissed off night one of launch. I did not like the game night one, and I have 2 days total on it, but it was a struggle getting those 2 days. The game's not fun, and it's just really thick skill-based matchmaking and just bad gameplay because of that, and the footsteps are out of control. So basically, season two is going to be coming soon. Thank God, it's much needed. So I think they said it's coming on the 11th of February. So that's pretty soon. In a week or so, a little bit more than a week, 10 days from this video. And they're going to be adding hopefully at least 3 maps. Hopefully some new maps would be nice. Maybe one we remake 2 new maps would be cool. And honestly, come up with a. What they need to do is they need to come straight out. I think they might be releasing Battle Royale, which is good. But when it comes to the core multiplayer, they need to rehaul the mini map and change footsteps. I doubt they're going to do either of these things or do something else that adds to the game that's not currently there that I'm not even thinking of. But those are 2 things that they should be doing with this season too. Not only add content, but change the whole game and make it something cool and unique, and just bring people back. That's the only way you're going to get people like me and a lot of other guys. Hopefully, you guys watching this feel the same way. Back to the game and off COD World War II, because it's a struggle here this year. It's probably the worst year so far of Call of Duty in Call of Duty's history since I've started really playing the game, which has been since COD 3. So pretty much the whole franchise's history. But it's been a struggle. I hope you guys can bear with me here so we can get through this. Hopefully, COD 2020 is good. Pray for Treyarch. Uh, Obviously, I've been disappointed by Treyarch in the past, but compared to Infinity Ward, they look good. So that's it for today's video. I want to thank you all for checking it out, and I will see you next time.